visitors to the UCSB campus, and welcome all of you, guests and gauchos, to the Model United Nations High School Conference. Now, it truly is a pleasure and a privilege to welcome you here this morning to the opening program of the Model United Nations. And I'll tell you why in a moment, but first I want to brag a little bit about this campus for a minute. UC Santa Barbara is a world-class university that is a member of the prestigious 62-member Association of American Universities, which means that it is among the most prestigious and top universities in the nation. UCSB's faculty, one of my favorite members of it, by the way, is here today and will be speaking to you soon, is among the very best in the nation. And we currently have 5 Nobel Prize winners, that's 5 Nobel Prize winners, teaching and doing research right here at UCSB. But what I learned most was that despite all of the differences, we're all fundamentally the same. And that corny cliche that we all have heard before is true. And it does sound corny, but it is true that if you strip away the culture and you strip away the geography, in the end, we are all just people. Ultimately, we are a world of United Nations. And your job, ultimately, is to make that reality work. So I want to congratulate you on holding the Model United Nations Conference today. I hope that you get all that you were expecting out of your sessions. More than anything, though, I want to thank you for what you stand for and for what you are trying to achieve. We will be better because of your work. Welcome to UCSB and enjoy the day.
We've increased our membership, we've held debates, we've hosted fundraisers for the World Food Program, for UNICEF, and for other UN organizations. We now work with San Marcos High School, who we're very happy to see here today, and help them start their Model UN program with also a past UCSB graduate. Our members now hold 3 positions on the UN Association Executive Board, and those are Vice President, Education Committee, and UCSB Liaison. And we're very worked hard to prepare for this conference, which we hope will become an annual occurrence. And our group has certainly come a long way, and we are very, very proud of it. I remember starting with Model UN in high school. I represented the Kingdom of Bhutan in the United Nations Environmental Program, and we were discussing methyl bromide. And there I found my passion for Model UN and for constructive debate and for international politics. And I really hope that in this conference you find your passion and you continue to do it.
How do I see the future? Are you optimistic or pessimistic? And I said, well, I'm a congenital optimist, but maybe that's me. But I think there's something more important than that. We're going through a kind of sea change in world history. Where the whole idea of the nation state is no longer as powerful as it used to be. No longer seizes a grip our kind of social imagination about who we are as a people or how we behave politically. Increasingly, we live in a global world where everybody can live everywhere, where everybody can move everywhere, where everybody instantly on the internet can get in contact with everyone everywhere. And we have not yet understood what it means to be global citizens rather than citizens of a particular nation or a particular place. But the UN had that idea years ago. And I think whatever the future is going to be, and however we're going to organize ourselves as a human community on this planet, in order to make people feel like they're genuinely a part of things, that they're not left out, they're not peripheral, they're not being oppressed or exploited, but they're a part of the global humanity. However that works out in the future, the UN will be right at the center of it. So you guys are doing some interesting stuff today. It's not only going to be fun, it's not only going to be interesting, but also in an interesting kind of way. You're going to be part of the future. Thank you very much for letting me.
Foko. I am the founder of the global Humanitarian Photojournalists. My homeland is the country of Cameroon. My father, Cameroon is located in Central Africa. My father was the king of Bali. He's one of the 240 ethnic groups in Cameroon. And my mother was one of his queens. she was forced into marriage while only 8 years old. She was given the opportunity to grow up in the palace, and at 21, she gave birth to her first child. I never had the opportunity to know my father because he died when I was just a year old. To me, my mother was more than a mother. She was also my father, my teacher, my source of inspiration and strength. She was so giving and caring, the type of mother who will give the little food she had to feed another hungry mouth. Do not deny your help to others, she would say. Help them as if they themselves were your family. This noble act taught me to share what I have with others. God's kingdom is here on earth, and these children need your help now, not later. I became a photojournalist with a mission in life to provide help for others around me who were not able to find help for themselves. Global Humanitarian Photojournalists. We are honored to be the voice of people without a voice. Currently, our photojournalists have worked in the Congo, Afghanistan, Ghana, and Kashmir, and now developing another story, another project in education is the way out of poverty, and the flux mothers and their children desperately need our help to realize their dream. Together, we can help them realize the future and the future of their children. I present to you the flux model. Thank you.
The NGO, Urgence d'Afrique, is headed by Dr. Anne Tafara, who actively supports women and children's rights by offering a formal education and a work training program. Their project, the education and professional placement of young, uneducated girls, focuses upon young girls who have been excluded from the educational system due to extreme poverty and civil war. This first of its kind NGO has been active since 1998. These young women live their lives in a constant state of flux. Of course, the flux we're referring to is a substance which aids and induces cohesion, a mineral added to promote fusing.
A happy mind is creative, so smile and think, what am I going to do that nobody would ever expect? And I'll see you all in 25 years, and you'll tell me more stories than we'll write another book.
Really reconsider
How long do they prepare? Do they prepare it
a worldview for the totality, and no wars or anything of the sort. And what is the sentiment?
How do you think that things got better? Was it automatic? Did things just magically get better on their own? How did the world come so far in 200 years? How did America come so far in 200 years? What happened to make progress happen? People who cared, right? All of you, of course, have heard of Martin Luther King Jr., Susan B. Anthony, the workers' rights movement, civil rights movement, women's rights movement. People did something. That's why the world got better. So I think that the fact that you're all at this conference, you're on the right path. And I encourage you to continue on that path, because working for peace, justice, human rights, and the environment is not one thing you do. It's not one action you do. It's a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong commitment. And it's a lifestyle that you live. And I think the fact that you're all here this weekend and you put forth so much time shows that you want to give to the world, and you're ready to give to the world, and that you have a lot to give to the world.